So there's a lot of, whenever there's calls, active calls up along the street, there's a lot of cooperation between both agencies, because what may start on one side of Rice Street doesn't always stay on that side. So whether they got something going on or we do, it's a good partnership. But it's definitely an active road. You guys obviously Pat and Bob on Rice Street all the time. This runs all the way, through St. Paul down to Uni, and up through Maplewood, Roseville, Little Canada, and into Shoreview. So covers.
It's up on YouTube now. Hopefully, it's all working.
Been there. Right now in southern Shoreview, near Lake Owasso County Park, and we are looking for Sergeant Servatka. You guys hear us talk about him all the time. He's made a few appearances. He's camera shy, but he is a sergeant for CAT team. Not only is he the sergeant of the CAT, many hats, he is a member of our team. They currently are here at watching some training. Yeah, he mentioned to us, we thought we'd give you guys a show and do some talking. We'll see. So they're out here doing some training. This is their, obviously, dive team trailer. It looks like they got a boat. Let me see. You might be able to see Mike there in the water tending some rope. Is that him? If you see him down there, yeah. Right by the orange buoy, that is Sergeant Servatka. Not to be confused with Mighty Mike, but he's mighty enough. So we're going to jump out and maybe he can give you a show around, tell you what they're doing and kind of what's involved here. But
you can see the divers out to the right of the screen, closer for you. They're out there diving right now, just to the right of the little boat. See him kicking around in the water.
He looks good in his camo bibs. As I was saying, he's involved with the dive team. He's been doing that quite a few years, I know. In addition to that, he's a member of our mobile field force. So not only does he have to deal with us all day, he deals with a few different other additional duties within the department.
Very busy sergeant.
He is. I think he likes it that way. Very much jump up.
58, 125 8th Avenue Southwest, front open line within 5 meters at 1410.
We're gonna grab the camera here, show you around a little bit. There's the mighty sergeant right there.
Welcome back, Cedars.
A little close there. You want to take him out there and show him what's going on?
You know, we all have a lot of collateral duty assignments here at the sheriff's office. And one of mine is I'm the supervisor in charge of the dive team. Been a diver for about 15 years. We're at Lake Owasso here beach. We were running some search patterns. One of the things that we do potentially is look for evidence. And we had defined an area here. We threw some fake guns we have in, and the guys ran a search pattern. And gals, because Alicia's here too, sorry. They're all done with that, so you can see you might see them at the surface here. They're all swimming in. They went out and hit a deep spot out here at Lake Owasso here. I got volunteer Carl Oldings out in the Zodiac. He's manning the show out there. And I'll be honest with you, they're going to come up here, but it's hard to tell who's who because all our gear is the same. But I got Sergeant Darren Turk, Deputy Josh Zhang, Water Patrol Deputy Bryce Takamoto, and my replacement, the crime prevention deputy, when I got promoted, is Alicia Olette. So you can see them kind of servicing out there. They're all coming in right now after finishing off their dive. There's about 15 of us on the dive team. We got volunteers, correctional officers, and of course our sworn staff. So we kind of set up a little command post here. We're working. Of course, I'm sure you heard Deputy Kill and Deputy Siegelstrom got into something in Maplewood and assisted them. Caught one of our notorious bad guys. So I ran over there to make sure everything was okay. But our pride and joy, donated by our sheriff's foundation, is our new dive truck. And I've been doing sheriff's office for 26 years. There's Mike Thompson, one of our volunteers. So a couple years ago, we upgraded, got ourselves a new trailer through lots of donations and time spent. Enables us to respond quickly and efficiently, keeps all our gear organized and set up. So I'll give you a quick tour as we go through and the light adjusts. So we got room for about 12 divers in here. We can probably make it work for a little more. You can see it's a little dirty today because we've been in and out of it with it. Pretty self-contained. All our gear's in here. Anything we're going to use for doing searches. And we're based out of Water Patrol, so we work hand in hand with our Water Patrol deputies. So it's nice to give you a view of the other things we do with the sheriff's office. Again, we all have these collateral duty assignments, and they can include being a crime scene tech or SWAT, K9, honor guard. I'm probably missing a few in there. I don't know where did our illustrious investigators go? They ditched me all of a sudden here. We'll do the other side here. Bryce's truck. Bryce is one of our Water Patrol guys on the dive team, and also one of our drone operators. So it works hand in hand, because if we're out in the water, we need something that we always usually call a drone too. There they are coming out of the water. Should we introduce them?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't think this group would be camera shot.
No. There's Bryce right now.
Oh.
live on patrol.
Oh yeah.
I think we're good there. We've got Josh coming out of the water. Say hi, Josh.
What's up?
One of our new divers. There's Carl holding. And Darren hasn't taken his mask off, but that's Darren Turk. And last but not least, Alicia Olette. If you were at Hot Dog with a Deputy yesterday, she was there. Oh. How we doing?
Did you say you want a hug?
No.
Sure?
No. So she's all full. Yeah, no. Oh. Well, thanks Live on Patrol for joining us for training. I'll hand it back over to our fine cat guys and see if
Joe Kill.
they can't go find something to do today.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna look at the ground. I don't know if everybody enjoying their beach day wants to be shown, but yeah, we figured we'd show you what they respond to water calls throughout the county. You guys always hear about the jumpers. You know, those are the guys responding with water patrol and St. Paul fires. So, very specific job. A lot of training I know goes into it, and you better like water. So.
1417.
Kind of cool. Catch them on a training day. Well, looks like you.
Try to get you back in order here.
Try. Did it drop down when you pulled it out, do you know? I don't know. I can't get it. Seem to get her back.
Hopefully that'll work.
We'll do with that. Alright. Deputy Josh, one of our patrol deputies. And we're off.
19 meters, 1418.
So as we said, we're up here that was in the contract cities. Something a little different than you guys normally see. Most of the time we're in St. Paul, but you know, people got to do that job, and a lot of those guys volunteer their nights and additional days for training to do it, and then they're on call when there's an incident. Kind of like you hear about SWAT getting called out, etc. There's your dive team. I can swim, but I don't think I love water.
Yeah, I'm not too fond on being underwater.
We'll stay on 4 wheels and 2 feet. Huh?
Yeah. So a little bit earlier today, Maplewood officer found a stolen car at a hotel in their city, Emerald Inn. The male then took off running into the building and set off the fire alarms and trying to get away. A fight ensued with the officer and the individual up on in the apartment or in the hallway. As officers were coming, ended up running out. All of us were coming into the area, Maplewood and North St. Paul and Ramsey County, and the gentleman ended up running into a nearby business as everybody was chasing. I was able to get there and get to the back of the business before the individual came out the back door. When he did, when I encountered him, he squared off with me and I ended up tasing him to the ground. This individual has been wanted by pretty much every county locally here. He's got 14 active warrants and now a slew of other charges. So great work by everybody involved. Every department did a great job in apprehending this guy.
Hats off to you, Joe. It was a good job. I didn't seem like he wanted to go without a fight, and
Yep, he definitely did not want to go. He wanted to fight, and less lethal option was a taser, and it was very successful.
It's unoccupied. It's a white Kia parked to the east of the address with the door open.
where's it?
Front door is smashed as well. 327 X-ray Lima Juliet. Coming back clear out of North St. Paul.
Channel was
Triple quad full, no. Suspicious to stand. Suspicious.
Stonebridge. Yeah.
Was that over by
1421.
Inch?
Yeah, Bel Air. It's a beam.
St. Mary's Cemetery?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Right,
okay.
so there's-
Yeah, so
we're
that's
just
over by
right
the
there.
bordering North St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's the thing: when you got that many warrants and you're in a stolen car and you fight with officers, you're gonna take that ride down to the big boy jail, and even if you think you don't want to go, or you're gonna actively resist, and we always use the least force necessary. So he got checked out by medics, and eventually be booked.
That car was stolen for probably a month out of Bloomington.
Yeah, like the 11th of June, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So that individual several times.
Yep.
Wanted,
Fled the area from White Bear after stealing multiple lottery tickets from local gas stations. They've been a lot of different agencies have been looking for this vehicle.
And again, unfortunately, we are familiar with the individual, so he'll go to answer to all his different crimes, and you have to imagine with the crimes he won't be doing that, at least for a little while, right? Be the whole-
Copy 1423.
Not only that, Joe Kill's kind of been on a roll this week. Yesterday we were out canvassing for that white Tahoe. That was a huge priority for the CAT team. We were checking as many hotspots as we knew, and of course,
41st running copies.
Mr.
1423.
White Bear Lake, Joe Kill finds an occupied stolen. Why don't you give him an update on that one?
Yeah, it was a Volkswagen occupied. Got in the area over on the east side and took two into custody pretty much without incident. We Sarge and Thomas were right in the area, so they assisted me with taking them into custody and boxing the car in before.
Let's go into that. They got a guy slumped over in that car.
Which one?
The Rio, the Kia one. Why don't you pull that call up for me? The one that's all smashed up at Stanridge.
Yeah. Slumped over.
In case he flees, it sounded like a unreported stolen.
Could be.
So, we're going to respond to that one.
5823, card report.
Spent some time out of St. Paul today. Weird.
1424.
Yeah. Been in the contract cities. Today was just an adult female and adult male were taken into custody in that stolen car. Stolen for just a couple of days. There's pretty much nothing more to that one.
It was about as perfect of a stop as we could get. It was located without tipping them off and
343 Tango.
successfully vitted. Yeah, they didn't want to come out right away.
1839K. Squad was 3432.
They were non-compliant from the get-go, not wanting to open the door. She was yelling back and forth to us so she could hear our commands. And at some point, we just had to approach and take her out. Took the male into custody. Male was cooperative, and yeah, it was a good pinch. Got some of their car back, so
Yes, and for everybody, that white Tahoe yesterday was the handicapped gentleman's Tahoe, and the wheelchair was not recovered.
Yeah, we was a call reported in by a neighbor ordered in saying they saw it on the news, so we responded, got there around St. Paul's time St. Paul did. They stripped pretty much anything they could on the outside. Wheelchair is gone, nothing on the interior as far as items or anything, and that main piece, that wheelchair is gone, so hopefully that pops up and we can it'll be another clue to who did this. So people don't realize when you steal someone's car, you're not only stealing their means of transportation. There's a lot of other things that play into it. This guy's livelihood was all in that car. In addition to, we just recovered a Kia yesterday during the black Kia Soul, and this poor Kia had car seats in the back. That's someone's transportation to get their kids to and from.
Yeah.
Should we get off?
If you can.
Get off here. We're en route to that one call, so I don't want to get stuck up in traffic.
Could be an unreported stolen. Somebody slumped over in the seat. We're responding to it now. See if there can be any assistance.
Yeah, so the one Kia Optima stolen out of West St. Paul we recovered yesterday had someone's kids' car seats in there. Man, especially with these kids, I hope they grow up one day and realize what it is to have their own property. So
People work hard for what they have, and it's taken away in a second. It's just terrible.
any update? I know they were asking where St. Paul District car. Who is he?
5281 clear assist.
Happy 1428.
So far off, huh?
Currently in the city of Maplewood right now. Maplewood.
Home of the local Costco, and they formerly Maplewood Mall's still there, but it's just not as prominent as it used to be.
8293.
I know when I was growing up, it was always busy there. Always some reason to go to the mall, but
Caller at 760
unfortunately it
Southwest
seems like
201.
malls are kind of slowly going away.
13 to 14 years old, who attempted to take packages and west into the 455 Old 8 building.
Unless you're any updates or
1429. Maybe not just reading alert, you can cancel medic. Copy.
Alright, she's with the driver.
Copy, do you need medic?
I'm not hearing any indication that she thinks it's stolen.
Yeah, let's start medics.
Are they cleared in, or do you want them to stand by?
Cancel medics.
Maybe still like to check.
Oh, they're clear.
He says he doesn't need medics. We'll wait for a minute.
Alright.
This turned out to be nothing.
Area 15 Hill Farm Circle, North Oak, 3911, open line within 36 meters. Placement on callback.
We'll just continue and go look for our own stolen.
6 black and a vote.
That's right.
Copy, 6 clear.
50-25 good.
1430.
Day brings, but yeah, it's been a steady day. A few different assaults.
50-25
North
investigate.
St. Paul.
5285.
Eastside of 2100 stalling with Henry, Adam, Nora, Adam 27.
Copy. East side of the Harmar with a vehicle at 1431.
Straight ahead was where the guy fled from the Emerald Inn earlier with all the warrants. Which you saw on camera there. So, the very north part of Maplewood, bordering White Bear.
Yeah, that was another
445
location. It kind of near a couple different jurisdictions, and all jurisdictions responded once they saw an officer was calling for help, fight with one. So there's
50-25 code 4.
large presence there.
Large
For the
presence.
Harmar, 1432.
You had White Bear and North St. Paul, and State Patrol is coming, and Maplewood and Ramsey County. Anybody that hears that that's close is going to come.
Three, 4, 6, you can cancel medics.
Copy at 1432.
Crazy to believe, we're already in the middle of June. Or July.
July.
Jesus.
You're a month off there, bud.
I know.
531 to 5200 clear.
I knew what I wanted to say, just didn't say it.
Copy.
Before you know it, we'll be in fall football season, and then all of a sudden winter again.
Yeah, it feels like this summer is going way too fast. Way too fast.
They all do. Especially with kids.
Yes. Kids and sports and holidays and
Work?
work.
Work. We like our job, though.
That's right. Yes, officers, there's a ton of different types of alerts. If you're in trouble, you can radio your GPS, your radio's tracked. You can, there's a distress button on there as well as your squad, so people know exactly where you're at all times, which is a good safety feature, knowing you can just look and see where everyone's at.
And usually, if you're responding to a call that's anything remotely possible that could turn into something, dispatch has you on a timer. If you haven't gotten code 4 yet, they will check in with you. If they don't get a response, they will call a 10-1, or as you hear in St. Paul, 10-2, 10-3. Pretty much hold the air and send squads there.
To check on you.
So
Even if it's nothing, if you're not responding, they're going to send squads.
cops have had medical incidents in the on
field.
duty, and that safety net right there has probably saved quite a few of them. So
The same thing goes for medics too. If they're on a call and their dispatch
3931 traffic.
can't get a hold of them, then
3931.
they'll also dispatch us to go check on them.
90 with 3 Nora Frank 407. Copy.
then usually there's certain responses when they check your status. You'll hear officers say, "Haven't made contact yet." That pretty much means, hey, reset the timer and check in a little bit if I haven't checked in. controlled, which means, you know, keep any other squads coming. We were not code 4 yet, and then obviously code 4 usually stop their checks and you're good to go from there. So
134, 137, in cancel. These parties have already exchanged info. 7 copies direct.
calls have kind of tapered down now. It's a lot of call for service right now throughout the county. I'm not hearing too much of immediate responses needed.
No, there's not much going on.
All the auto fees ones in between. What do you think?
Yeah. It's like a white
You can clear it with 334.
white Kia. Illinois plates is missing from Kellogg and Wabasha. Edward David 72908.
What's the plate for? State?
Illinois.
Wait, Kia optional to keep an eye out. Probably gonna bust it out window. There's a southbound White Bear coming up to the Larpenteur border, which will bring us into St. Paul.
Checking for State Bear 6302.
6302.
Can you call up to Council 23, please?
Copy. Yeah.
1438.
420. Squad clear report.
Copy.
Entering the east side of St. Paul.
137.
137.
That was Pat coming.
Any
on
calls
us.
from Metro Transit? I see they're at the University in Fairview area. They're heading eastbound. I saw a gentleman running or fleeing the area heading westbound. What are the calls in this area?
Negative, we haven't gotten anything from Transit.
Alright, copy.
1438. 8296.
Last off in Niagara Fairview at 455 Highway Southwest, apartment 201.
Copy.
What do you think?
It's up to you.
Alright.
Is that jammed? Did you see that one? Yeah. It's 081.
New message. New message. New message.
134, clear listed at 137.
Copy.
New message. New message. New message.
Close.
We drive an assortment of different vehicles.
New message.
We have all sorts. We have some Durangos and Fords and Tahoes, trucks. We drive everything.
I'd say we got a pretty diverse fleet of cars. Under Sheriff Romaker, up in the patrol division, handles all that. I think he does a pretty good job keeping it.
Keeps the fleet and the people happy.
He does. That's a tough job. I know he's probably getting calls all the time. something that hasn't slowed down is a high rate of people fleeing police and motor vehicles.
That's right.
It's unbelievable. Well, I hope eventually the penalty for that is raised, but there's several, if not handful a day that I hear throughout the metro area, let alone even in St. Paul. Unfortunately, you know, St. Paul policy, just for a fleeing car can't chase, but too often we hear a car taking off.
Yeah, pretty much from everybody all around the metro.
You know, car comes back clear but flees. You know, it's probably up to something else, right? It's not fleeing for no reason.
I think we do have a couple Crown Victorias left in our fleet. Put the last one to bed?
I think they put the last one to bed. Might be around still. Last I heard, I thought they were gonna tuck her in and retire her, but you know, we're kind of even getting to the point where the I know they call it I call it the Ford Taurus, but they call it something else.
1442.
Is it
The Taurus.
New message.
Yeah, Ford has a name for them. They called the Ford Interceptor, and then the other one something else.
Crown Vic.
No, it was just with the Explorer, between the Explorer and Taurus. But even those sedans are getting to the point they don't make them anymore, and one day that out of fleets as well.
New
So.
message.
GSG 475.
New message. New message. New message.
2272 Django.
New
Go ahead.
message.
Call through to clear squad. This is
WY 264.
New message. New message. New message.
to know what you guys have been updated.
2265.
I know the LP page does a good job.
Checking some spots here, running some plates, seeing what we can come up with.
New message. New message.
She was going to stop.
They're coming.
Thing is she always give people a chance to make that stop. I might have thought about rolling it until they saw me.
Some people are just tough on their brakes.
Yeah,
New message.
they like to get breaks once a month. Taped up rear window.
Yeah. Is that Arizona?
Can you change the title of this to harassment, please? I'm still on it. 153.
Can't tell what it
New
is.
message.
144. DOT.
Copy, have a good night.
Get rid of that.
It's Indiana, ain't it?
New message.
937.
New message.
Show me on the shop up there, I'll
New
drive.
message.
Copy.
Good.
Mm-mm.
Can't put a space in it, can you?
New message.
We'll just make a stop, huh? What do you think?
I'm telling you.
Gonna be stopping one here, Prosperia. Wake Kia Optima. It's got a taped up window. JOHN44. It's an Indiana pad on file. It's got a front broken. First spot him is cruising down Johnson Park.
I'm not too far. What direction are you going?
Put it on the can. Northbound Prosperity, just past Ivy, on the east side of the road.
Aside.
6201.
6201.
I'll be out of service. Take me off the phone.
Have a good afternoon, 1452. 5284.
We're good, guys.
30-year-old male, conscious and breathing with chest pain.
Others good advice.
1453.
Your incident has been updated. New message.
Good.
8122 is the VIN. Just run it in real quick, make sure.
8122.
New message. Your incident has been updated. New message.
Information Squad, sample medics responding to 550 Roseland Unit 14 for a 93-year-old female. Conscious and breathing. Altered level of consciousness at 1455.
Squad 950.
950.
Circle on the front and see if it's Geo anymore.
Copy.
It all checks out.
Copy. 1456.
I don't know why when we run it, but when we found the VIN and everything, it comes up. He's a gentleman with his son, somewhere to go. It just, you know, like we said, first spotted it was moving pretty good. And they unfortunately just had their vehicle stolen, so not to add to the trauma of us pulling them over, but a very polite gentleman, totally understood what we were doing. And once we figured out what we got and just advised them maybe how to avoid that in the future. You know, obviously, if you're living in Minnesota, you got to get switched to Minnesota plates, and might save them some headaches. But
Very nice plate. It was a good interaction.
5283.
thought we had.
83.
2401.
Says they just got it back from the impound yesterday.
Assisting medics for elderly female who fallen injured or head. It's waiting in a red sedan.
Copy.
1457.
We got there fighting at the Aldi.
Clear to Aldi. We have 3 to 4 females inside verbally arguing.
dummies. Flag them, tell them to stop.
Your incident completed. Your incident has been updated. Updated. New message.
Fifty-three 57 Berry Lane in the township for an assault. Caller's saying they're 15 years old and that is
Same RO, just different. We've ran into those swapped.
Yep.
Incident has been updated.
Yeah.
anyone.
Buzz on the alarm.
Copy 2100 spelling. Spirit Holiday receiving more alarms. We did verify the alarm company that they're supposed to be moving into the old Tuesdays.
New message.
Still copy.
Hey. I'm getting nothing back for this. Why he's not?
All right, we're back.
Solve that yet again. The riddle of the plate. It's the same RO. Older gentleman. We do run into this a lot. They just sometimes not everyone knows that you can take one plate and put it in another car. So it's the same RO. That was the son, and he's calling his parents to get them to come pick up the car, and get a ride, and swap the correct plates out.
It's getting toasty.
Let's get toasty. We jinxed
Sounds
it.
hot.
We thought it was going to stay cool. And she's heating up.
Right.
No, it's actually fine like that.
5025 right.
Stolen.
That'd be good, huh?
One stolen a day keeps the doctor away. Rebuffing.
No, it's hot.
Oh, is it heating up? Alright.
Phone's getting warm here, guys, so we're trying to fix it.
With that becomes some noise issues.
5025 will be up the trespass mail to her.
No, it's just supposed to at the Harbor.
You know, we could just pull it back and you could hold it from in here. It'd be like a first-person view for everybody.
Copy.
Shall be clear as
Copy.
5025 will be code 4 with one detained.
Copy. Code 4 is one detained. 1311.
Seem to be helping it over now. So you guys kind of heard us coming up with the game plan. Talked about maybe taking it at the intersection. Us working together all the time. If one of us sees something that the other might not, we just change our plan. I saw, the child and his dad, or intersection as we went and ran the plate. And not only were they at the corner, but someone else was. So just a different vantage point from our partner. And it's not that our partner is wrong. It's just always stuff to take in when we decide we're going to take enforcement action. So
Clear.
Pat running a car, but
From clear.
we just kind of told them no. Not that we're, again, second guessing our partners, but being good partners and being able to rely on each other for what we each see. And as you heard, our partner agreed with it and kind of changed it, and he pulled out sticks and got in front of that car, and the event had fled. So always got to have a plan, but plans can be changed by each one of us. Wouldn't you agree, Kill?
Yep. They change often and quick.
Something in law enforcement, you can't have an ego, because someone may change it, whether it's a supervisor or a partner. You just gotta trust that what they're seeing that you're not is adding to what in addition you had. So JTV 6 7.
New message. New message. New message. New message.
definitely getting our fair share of looks today. Cars that just seem off or something is off, but it checks out in the end.
New message. New message.
Not push screw fast this summer. Used to be able to see all the way down. We're off Johnson Parkway, still east side of St. Paul. Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
New message.
That's right. It's nice.
New message. New message.
Net 37.
New message.
5937.
You send me a number for recovered property and cleared out report. Can we back up duty, please?
New message.
Copy.
Not.
You're supposed to have the magic fingers. About 3:15. We'll extend a little while longer.
4420.
Not much going on.
420.
Currently. So,
You're good. Four, four, four. Call.
plane incidents recent here in Minnesota. There's one up in Lionel Lakes. Where was the other one? In Blaine on Lexington? Or is it Hamlet? Plane landed at Lexington. Emergency landing. Small plane. One actually ended up in a pond in Lionel Lakes in a neighborhood. That was a sight to see. By the looks of it, some of those still trying to get his plane unsuccessful.
What do? You give you like crane?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it can't be cheap to have like a tow company recover it. He's out there in his own boat trying to spot. From what I understood, 12 feet deep, and it went.
53, I'll take the distance.
17 C Charlie at one. Dispute over not allowing exchange of product. That. Drive for phone call request.
Yep.
Oh, can that be this rims?
Things in Lionel Lakes.
Yeah, saw that. That thought it was flying low over houses. Might know a guy who saw that. Yeah, I mean, if that was him, that was the case. I mean, he's just lucky he didn't kill anybody, because whenever he put it in, there's it's surrounded by houses. This little pond. So. Calls.
Striking out. Sorry if it's glitchy.
Yeah, we're trying to cool it down. Problem with that is gotta kind of. Then you guys can't hear us, so I'm trying to find a good medium. It's like sound effects. It makes it sound like we're going faster than we are. Did hear a stat yesterday. Sounds like St. Paul or this side of the river, auto thefts are down.
30-some%.
While Minneapolis is
Up 100%.
still going strong. So, good collective effort on this side of the river. But it still feels busy, unfortunately. However, we have been noticing a lot of stolens from other jurisdictions outside of our county coming. See a lot of West Metro stolens over here.
Trusted Pain Ave.
Let's tell your grass. How's your grass doing, Joe?
Excellent.
Better than the pictures you showed me last time?
Green,
Did you
green,
think
green.
She didn't know Joe Kill's somewhat of a got green thumb here.
Yeah, my kids.
He's got a little garden of his own, some tomatoes.
Case number
What
is
else you got up there? Cucumbers?
035753.
No, like I said, I'm trying to do asparagus. People say asparagus takes a couple years.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah. No rush there.
It's my favorite.
That's your favorite vegetable?
Absolutely.
How do you make your asparagus?
There's all sorts of different ways. You can grill it, steam it, in the oven, a little oil, salt, pepper.
53-106.
Copy, 1523.
Don't want it too soggy.
No, not too soggy. I think it was
5674.
I'll eat it. Not my favorite.
Copy, 1524.
Edgerton Avenue, going north. Eastside Street. Oh, Edgerton Street, sorry. Street.
Coming up to Mongolia.
A lot of people are putting some good recipes on there for some asparagus I'm going to have to check out. I'm going to make Thomas have it. Change his mind.
Sure. Free food's free food.
What's a good way to do tomatoes? Everybody, I'm asking the backseaters here. My daughter eats them like apples.
Okay. Some salt. Just what's this person doing? Right there.
It's nervous.
I land too. Okay, I'm going. Did you get in?
New message. New message.
Yeah, my kids like the little cherry tomatoes. You see them like grapes,
Yeah.
especially the oldest.
New message.
You should open an asparagus stand at the fair. All your recipes.
There's probably not enough asparagus in the country.
Oh,
Some places it's hard to come by. Like, I don't like it the really thin stuff. You gotta get the thick asparagus.
Well, that's where you gotta research. You gotta find like a distributor that can provide the Joe's asparagus. We gotta come up. There's gotta be a better name than that, but we'll figure it out. Gotta have retirement plan.
Oh, stuffed peppers.
Stuffed green peppers.
Hold on. Stuffed tomatoes with rice, Italian cheese, and ground beef.
Sounds like a stuffed pepper, right?
Yeah.
Stuffed green pepper, kind of.
That sounds good.
Similar.
Though.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
See a salt. Oh. 1440 University, Cub Foods. Looks like a group of females assaulted someone and threw a bottle and hit her in the back of the head. Huh.
One of our undersheriffs said we should do asparagus on a stick.
Who is this? Asparagus on a stick. Ah, deep fried asparagus on a stick.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know. A deep fried Snickers sounds much better, but I imagine there's got to be a group out there that would go for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
the new food. Yeah, not much up my alley, but there's one, Lulu's, that public house. They're having something new. God, what was it? I'll have to read the article again. It sounded good. Problem is, I always tell myself every year when I go with the family, I'm going to try all these foods. And then we get halfway through and we've ate the staples and I'm just full. I'm like, not feeling too adventurous this year. But we always go with the plan, like, hey, okay, we'll buy one of each and we'll just kind of all, share it. Doesn't work like that. We'll have to try to do one of our live on Wednesdays during the day out there. More so because I want food.
Yeah, we're just going to test food all day.
Yeah, we'll do like a food tasting with the cat team.
All those french fries are good, though.
Yeah, the main french fry stand?
Yeah.
Yes. Lots of salt. How many buckets did we get last year?
I think one every day.
So, side story, the cat team, we helped out with the fair and we helped with perimeter last year and assisted. And I think we had our fair share of french fries. They're good though. Yeah. Food tasting with the cat team. We'll have to run it by the bosses, see if they'll allow us to.
Asparagus flour, egg batter, fried.
Ooh.
That'd be like a deep fry or a one on a stick.
Yeah, can we add a
Good.
stick to it?
Okay, think about
Well, fair, I know it's ramping up. They're not going to be too far out from doing pre-fair stuff where they start ramping up, letting people come in and get their spots set up, and imagine there's a lot of maintenance going on to get it prepped.
Yeah, that's going to be starting here. It's only a few weeks away.
Yeah.
New message. New message. New message.
5284, security kill.
Someone just said
Well, the 54 rolls on
this
a
year
welfare check.
Green
They
Mill's
let
got
the admin down and screaming that
lobster
he's
fries at the fair.
First name is Tim.
Go through that car just hit cheap, just like.
New message.
Lobster fries. Oh, what else is Green Mill having? They're having something else this year. That was another one I saw. Didn't sound too bad. It wasn't lobster fries because that's not something I'd say that sounds good.
Yeah, it's up on the right.
Just like
Might be you.
Deputy Transit Medic responding 11 and knowing for a man down on the bus bench.
New message. New message.
136 Brittany.
6-7, copy.
1535. 2270 Tango. 2270 Tango. We can replace the 7. Copy 67 is there.
6-7, copy, clear, thanks.
233.
Slowly working our way westbound. Seems like everybody's on the up and up today.
7206.
Was it Coney's Ice Cream?
Yep.
Fortunately, last week, a couple of young fellas stole a Kia Optima from this intersection from out of the parking lot. And they didn't have it long. What, a half hour? Dumped it.
Yeah.
It was found in Minneapolis. Unfortunately, probably found another ride. Or that's where they were trying to get to. Kind of a busy place to be doing that in the middle of the day, but
Yeah. Broad daylight.
they did.
Changes to be clear, report.
Copy 5036.
It's tough though. We had those couple back-to-back lives where we were pretty busy, and we've been back-to-back slow.
Yep. It's tough to pick the right time.
Oh, sorry.
You can cancel if you'd like. Nurses is going to reach out.
Copy. All advised with confident crisis will call.
Copy 237.
Beautiful looking for that.
Yeah.
Burnouts in the intersection. Front and Western,
7206, clear cancel.
not hot on the prowl, but we're out. Out and being visible at least.
1537.
Advisor 1, show me en route to City Council for
151, 153. Dale and Central, start off the welfare check. Could be a systematic now for a male who's off med, symptomatic malnourished, unable to care for himself. Could be waiting at Dale and Central in a black Toyota. Copy, 1639.
New message. New message.
1539.
New message.
Try to find whatever we can. Back at Rice Street, everything always wraps around back to Rice Street, don't we? Always seems to find a way. Not much, as we said, not much going on. We've had a couple cars you guys saw us stop. We do that routinely in our jobs with plates, vehicles that just doesn't match when you run. But other than that, not much else going on today. Early this morning there was. We'll go 10 more minutes and call it quits after that if nothing else happens.
When you can send me the pending DLC.
Copy, spot back, 2275 Snelling Crew, just orderly, just past mail, sitting in the picnic area, wearing a black clothing.
Hey, one, I can arrive.
Copy,
Yeah.
advising, 1541.
Go left.
Got nothing.
DLT, good night.
Copy.
Myself and A3 will be clear report. 5674 still out.
Copy. 1542.
Upstairs in the security office. You gotta come let me in.
Shoot.
And 9.
The radio frame it.
Come open the door for me, please.
I don't think I've heard one
Joey.
higher priority call in the last one.
Oh, couple
It's
flights.
nice to see. Ramsey County keeping it low key.
They're downtown beat car that can start for domestic at 350 Sibley, apartment 217. Callers arguing with her boyfriend and answering questions about who owns the vehicle.
Uh-oh. Lovers quarrel.
523.
Copy, squad, just 523.
Alright, search for it.
Copy.
back east, back on the east side. It
Back up to Payne Avenue.
just tends to be a good area if we want to find some
There's nothing like that, is there?
There's always stretch themselves over that. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not glamorous. Sometimes it's a grind.
You really got to work for it.
Law enforcement, a lot of times you guys see little snippets, but throughout the day there's times where it's either on
5672
patrol
clear
and
DOA.
doing what we're doing. It's
Copy. Listen person.
you go long stretches of period with no activity, and it's easy to get discouraged. Kind of
It can change the blink of an eye. It can change quick.
that it can.
161, case number, please.
Being in the area, being proactive, and being able to respond is a huge key.
161, case number 124167.
But it is tough when it's slow. Thanks for a long day.
Let's see.
Well, I think we stretched it as long as we could. Fortunately, we kind of used all of our good ammo right at the beginning. Hopefully we'd find something.
Yeah. Glad y'all got to see the dive team today. It's exciting.
Try to, if we know of anything going, and show you guys bits and pieces of the sheriff's office. Obviously, being out on the day shift with us, it's a little easier, but try to do that in between when it's slow. That always, our main goal is to find stolens. It's what we do, it's what we thrive at. So, as always, we appreciate you riding. We're going to end here, but our day doesn't end. So, you guys have a good day.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.